aspect we already covered. Important aspect we already covered in team management. So rest of the unit is not so important, and most important part, which is 12 C's of team building, that we have already covered during the leadership related thing. Okay, so we'll go through the definition part of it. So definition part is one thing that was, so what is the concept of and nature of the team, right? This is the one of the question that really asked, right? So group of people with set of complementary skills. What is team, right? It is set of people who does have complementary skills, because they need to form a group or a team or whatever to complete a task or a job or a project. Okay, so they operate with high degree of interdependence. So now it is a team, close knit team. So they interwork very closely, right? They share authority. So the team is headed by the safe management, or they themselves manage that particular part, are accountable for the collective performance. So there is a team output that would be actually weighed in, work towards a common goal and shared rewards. It could be both long term and short term. Okay, this is what is the definition or nature of the team. Okay, so types of teams. There are actually three types of teams which is possible: functional or departmental, cross-functional, and self-managed. What is functional? A group of people with the same work area. Cross-functional team, group of people who are pulled together across departments or job functions to deal with a specific product. Sometimes multiple departments interact, or rather people from multiple departments come and form a team so that they actually deliver a product. This is cross-functional, right? Self-managing teams, group of people who they just came together by themselves. There is no function or cross function here. They just came, maybe a team of people who want to actually embrace their hobby of bike riding, right? So basically they just formed as a group there, right? So that is what is the types of team and definition of team, right? So now we are, so 12 C's of team building. This is the most important question as far as this unit is concerned, which we have already gone through these 12 C's. So I'm not going again into these particular 12 C's. It's the same as whatever that we discussed in the other unit. It's a repetition, purely a repetition. Okay, so now we are going into methods to to make teamwork happen, right? So basically, how you can make sure that the team really work, right? You need to have a clear expectations around teamwork. Okay, so you need to have that communication which sets the expectation, what this team is all about, what we are actually working on, right? Model teamwork in the interactions with each other. So basically, you need to have a structure in which you are going to interact with each other, and also how you are going to interact with the rest outside the organization as well. So it is like you are forming communication mechanism within and also out. Make the organization members talk about and identify the value of team culture. Everybody should understand what is the value of team, right? Have rewards and recognition for teamwork. Design performance management system accordingly so that the teamwork is also rewarded. Form teams to solve issues. Build fun and shared occasions into org agenda. Celebrate team success publicly. Right. So basically, this one thing which reminds me of Microsoft's performance appraisal system, where so they had an appraisal system. They came during Steve Ballmer's, which was like very infamous appraisal system that they came up with. What they told is they are going to actually remove bottom performing people. So basically, people who perform worst would be removed within a team. So bottom 5% they started removing. There was a huge effect on teamwork because of that particular policy. What happened is now each individual within the team is trying to be just above that 5% mark. So they stopped actually helping each other. The team culture itself is gone because they are competing with each other because they know that they don't want to be worst within the team. So they want to prove that they are better than others within the team. So the competition within team increased because of it, right? So such aspects are something that needs to be, so basically the performance management system should be designed accordingly so that the teamwork is, rewarded as such, right? So that is the point which is talking about designing the performance management system. The performance is not just about individual performance; it is also team performance that needs to be recognized. So they actually had a special emphasis on. So Microsoft corrected their particular system. They removed this particular policy of removing the bottom half, and they designed the performance management system especially to emphasize the coordination between the teams. They really came up with lot of team related aspects once they redesigned that. Methods to create effective team. This is the next most important question as far as this unit is concerned. First important is this 12 C's. Second most important is methods to create effective team. Okay. So how you are going to create an effective team? We practice good communication skills. Make sure any roadblocks related to communication is removed. Listen well. Make sure that you actually listen well within the team. Observe carefully. So how so observe carefully is a point which, so it's not just about observing what is so how the things are happening within the team is also something that you need to actually observe. That is exactly the point here is, right? Observe communication behavior in the team to actually, emphasize more. Who is taking the decision? How people are discussing? The way they are discussing would also actually, talk about who is involved, who is not involved, right? Then you will know how to make them involved within the conversations. Give feedback constructively. So obviously tell that particular feedback. All communication take place on the content and relationship level. So basically anything that is actually, that really discuss relationship matters a lot. Okay, meta communication is very useful. What is meta communication? It is how you are going to communicate with others. There is a framework, communication framework, right? So that is meta communication. Right? Communication on communication, rather. Right? So basically, that is something that needs to be defined. When the person is engaging in a dialogue, that means he or she is seeing the things. Basically, observe that whoever is engaged in the dialogue, what it means is they are very, very involved, right? So there are three concrete tips to follow. So first of all, you need to have a facilitator or coordinator within the team, and you need to delegate tasks effectively using work breakdown structure. If team has to work together, you need to actually delegate tasks. You need to actually divide the tasks, and obviously those tasks need to be coordinated by a coordinator. And you need to set some ground rules so that team can interwork, right? So, so there could be various ways in which you can break down the structure, how you are going to divide the task and give it to a team, right? Basically, you can use hierarchy diagrams of tasks. You can probably break the task into various hierarchical, using a hierarchical diagram. You need to recognize that which person is going to actually execute what task in that particular hierarchy, right? And you need to fix the deadline and when exactly they are going to complete. You need to understand the interdependency. If somebody is doing this task, you need to actually understand that. Okay. And each task is should be contributed to the goal. So basically every task, whatever that you have here in the work breakdown structure, WBS is work breakdown structure, is to actually take you towards the common goal. So you need to actually take the goal and then only define the work breakdown structure. That is exactly what it is saying. Setting the ground rule. So you need to actually have that norms set so that people really follow within the team, right? And create the mission statement for the team. And there are 5 steps that is required to define the mission statement. First of all, identify who is going to define this mission statement for the team. And then you construct the first draft, refine the draft, make it visible. Now communicate to all of them, make it very, very visible and live with it. Make sure that it is actually followed, right? So that is exactly what this creating mission statement is. So now team building and successful teams, steps for effective training approach for team. From here onwards, this section was never asked. Okay, so and most of the points are very, I mean, self-explanatory when you actually read through. So only point which I can probably talk about is techniques on this particular team, which might be little thing. There are actually three popular techniques in which you can actually train the team. Grid training. Grid training is nothing but you are actually enabling the managers. Okay, so basically the leadership is trained so that their leadership styles are honed. Okay, survey feedback. You can actually get this, survey, and then based on that, you could actually, get the training of the team done, right? And then team building exercises. So there are a lot of team building exercises which are possible to build the team. In the last unit, we also talked about what team building is all about as well, right? So, so there are in grid training, there are 6 steps. Okay, so basically how you are going on, or rather make sure leadership styles are like identified and tuned, and they are very well in, I mean, can take the organization toward goal. Like there are actually 6 steps that are involved here. So 6 various ways, right? Laboratory seminar training. So you can actually have seminars and then train, right? Team development, intergroup development. So these are all the various topics that the managers or whoever leaderships could actually go through. How exactly organizational goal setting can be done, goal attainment and team management, how it is stabilized and all those stuff. But anyway, these are never asked. I think from here on, from creating the, I think even from the work breakdown structure point of view, except this after methods of creating effective team, I don't think there is any other question that was asked. So this is the unit which is like very, I think, straightforward. That definition is one thing which is asked, 12Cs is another thing which is asked. Okay, and then methods of creating effective team is the other thing which is asked. So that's all from this unit.